death. It doesn't matter to them. The Republicans set the precedent just 4 years ago.
Chiều qua Tổng thống Donald Trump đã ứng ra ứng viên của vị thẩm phán khi mà bà Amy, khi mà bà Gilbert, bà cựu thẩm phán, một huyền thoại về pháp luật của chúng ta vừa qua đời và chưa chôn cất, mà ông Donald Trump đã đưa ra vội vàng đưa ra ứng viên này, mà trong khi cháu gái bà trước khi bà mắc là bà nói là bà muốn cái vị tổng thống kế tiếp sẽ chọn ra cái người ứng viên này. Như các bạn biết là chúng ta đang ở dưới sự đại dịch toàn cầu Covid-19 đã giết chết bao nhiêu người Mỹ.
The Trump administration is asking the Supreme Court right now, as I speak, to eliminate the entire Affordable Care Act. The administration filed a brief in the Supreme Court that concludes, and I quote, "The entire ACA thus must fall. The entire ACA thus must fall." President Trump can claim all he wants. He's going to protect people with pre-existing conditions. But the fact is he's already fighting to take those protections away as we speak. If he has his way, more than 100 million people with pre-existing conditions like asthma, diabetes, and cancer could once again be denied coverage. Complications from COVID-19, like lung scarring and heart damage, could become the next flood of pre-existing conditions used as an excuse to deny coverage to millions of people. Women could once again be charged higher premiums just because they are women. Pregnancy becoming a pre-existing condition again. Seniors would see their prescription drug prices go up and the funding for Medicare go down. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the American people want. President Trump sees a chance to fulfill his explicit mission, steal away the vital protections of the ACA from countless families who have come to rely on them for their health, their financial security, and the lives of those they love. President Trump just tweeted an hour ago on my way here.
Tổng thống Trump đã tweet ra một cái khi mà tôi đến đây.
With a much better and far cheaper alternative. If it is terminated in the Supreme Court, it would be a big win for the USA.
Nếu mà bà Amy được ứng cử ra thì là một thắng lợi đối với nước Mỹ. Tôi đã bất ngờ.
Judge Amy Coney Bağker, and on Sunday, lay out clearly what his objective is: to terminate Obamacare.
Tôi rất là lo lắng vì nếu mà bà Amy ứng cử thì là một cái tổn hại đến chương trình bảo hiểm Obamacare đối với người dân Mỹ.
In fact, not as a judge, but prior to going on the bench, she publicly criticized Chief Justice Roberts' opinion upholding the law 8 years ago. American people understand the urgency of this moment. They're already voting in droves because they know their health care hangs in the balance. They understand that if Donald Trump gets his way, they could lose their right to vote, their right to clean air and water, their right to equal pay for equal work. Workers could lose their collective bargaining rights. Dreamers could be thrown out of the only country they've ever known. And women could lose the bedrock rights enshrined in Roe v. Wade for 50 years. People are voting right now because they know the very soul of this country is at stake. And because they know that the decisions of the Supreme Court affect their everyday lives. Their voices may not matter to Donald Trump. They may not matter to Mitch McConnell. But there are Senate Republicans out there who know in their hearts they should. But if they shut out the voices of those during a voting period, during an election, and closing the door on American democracy thereafter. This is where the power of the nation resides, in the people.
Cái quyền lực phải nằm quyền lực của nước Mỹ nằm trong người dân Mỹ, và phải chờ đến cái kỳ bầu cử vào ngày 3 tháng 11.
And a betrayal of a single quality that America is born and built on. The people decide.
Đó là quyền lực của người dân, và người dân quyết định.
We must not act on this nomination until the American people finish the process they're already begun of selecting their president and their Congress. As I said before, if the people choose Donald Trump, then the Senate should give his nominee a hearing and a vote. If the people do not choose Trump and choose me,
bà thẩm phán được chọn thì thượng viện
should be withdrawn. I should nominate, chosen by a president who's just been elected and by the people, to get a fair hearing, which would not even occur until early February, a confirmation vote. U.S. Constitution provides one chance, for the Americans to have their voices heard on who serves a lifetime appointment on the Supreme Court, who makes those big decisions about their health care, their civil rights.
Những người mà làm những người thẩm phán trong tòa án tối cao là những người quyết định về những cái chính sách, cũng như là những cái về bảo hiểm của người dân Mỹ, như chương trình Obamacare. Nên người dân Mỹ cần phải có tiếng nói, cần có cái quyền lực trong tiếng nói chọn ra ý vị thẩm phán của mình.
A vote on confirmation of a new justice. And I urge every senator to take a step back from the brink. Take off the blinders of politics for just one critical moment. And stand up for the Constitution you swore to uphold. This is a time to de-escalate, put an end to the shattering of precedents that has thrown our nation into chaos under this president. Just because you have the power to do something.
Chỉ vì tổng thống Trung có quyền lực để làm điều đó, nhưng mà điều đó sẽ không xảy ra.
Uphold your constitutional duty. Summon your conscience. Stand up for the people. Stand up for our cherished system of checks and balances.
Cần phải đứng
Americans are watching. Americans are voting.
Cho người dân Mỹ.
We must listen to them.
Người dân Mỹ cần bầu ra những người đại diện cho mình.
We must allow them to exercise this sacred power. So please listen.
Các bạn nghe đây.
Thank you.
Cảm ơn.
May God bless America. May God protect our troops.
Và Chúa phù hộ cho các bạn. Bây giờ các bạn đặt câu hỏi.
They should see to it that the American public will vote on the Senate races in this election, and they'll vote Republicans out of office. That's the consequence. That's the focus. That's why I want to make it clear and stay on message here. The clear focus is, this is about your health care. This is about whether or not the ACA will exist. This is about whether or not pre-existing conditions will continue to be covered. This is about whether or not a woman can be charged more for the same procedure as a man. This is about people's health care in the middle of a pandemic. Yes. You asked me one question. Fire away. No, I have not. I concluded that would put them in a position, if they were to vote the right way, that they'd be compromised because I called them. And so, but I know, I have great respect for a number of my Republican colleagues, my former Republican colleagues, and I'm hoping they will do the right thing. He's almost... No, I have no comment. Yes. I am not, and I know you're going to be upset with my answer. But what I'm not going to do is play the Trump game, which is a good game he plays. Take your eye off the issue before us. If I were to say yes or no to that, that becomes a big issue. That's the headline here. I am focused on one thing right now, and I really mean it. I'm focused on making sure the American people understand that they're being cut out of this process they're entitled to be part of. And the cutout is designed in order to take away the ACA and your health care in the midst of a pandemic. That's the focus, that's what it's on, and that's the deal. Thank you all so very, very much.
Cảm ơn các bạn. Các bạn vừa nghe xong cái buổi nói chuyện sáng nay về cái ngày hôm qua Tổng thống Trump đã đưa ra ứng viên Amy và ông Joe Biden đã cực lực phản đối vì người dân Mỹ có quyền, ông nói là người dân Mỹ có quyền để chọn ra cái vị thẩm phán của trong tòa án tối cao 9 người, vì cái thẩm phán tối cao có rất là nhiều quyền lực nha các bạn. Và cái người ứng cử này thì là có những chính sách và những cái suy nghĩ không có đồng điệu với người vừa thẩm phán bà Gilbert vừa qua đời. Như vậy là rất là nguy hiểm với sự công bằng và cũng như là những cái chính sách. Cảm ơn các bạn đã theo dõi nhé.